Module Overview. This module is designed to analyze the structural, legal, political, and operational flaws within electoral and party systems, and to recommend targeted institutional reforms aimed at strengthening democratic practices. Electoral reform refers to the process of restructuring the rules, laws, processes, and institutions governing elections, while strengthening party systems ensures that political parties remain democratic, responsive, inclusive, and stable. Together, these efforts are crucial for building sustainable democracies, especially in nations that are transitioning, fragile, or plagued by corruption, apathy, and systemic manipulation. Defining electoral reform. Electoral reform refers to changes made to improve how public elections are conducted, with a focus on enhancing fairness, inclusivity, transparency, and effectiveness. It encompasses reforms in electoral laws and legal frameworks, election management bodies, EMBs, voting systems and technology, voter registration and participation, campaign financing, and media coverage, dispute resolution mechanisms. A. Key goals of electoral reform. Ensure free, fair, and credible elections, enhance voter confidence and participation, improve representation and inclusivity, minimize corruption and manipulation, establish legal certainty and trust in institutions. Pillars of electoral reform. A. Legal and constitutional reforms. Clarifying electoral timelines and mandates, mandating internal party democracy, empowering independent electoral commissions, clear penalties for electoral malpractices. B. Voter registration and education reforms. Biometric registration and real-time updates, inclusion of marginalized groups, youth, women, PWDs, national civic education programs. C. Electoral technology. Adoption of e-voting or electronic transmission, blockchain for vote tracking, AI for misinformation monitoring. D. Electoral system reform. Transitioning from first-past-the-post, FPTP, to proportional representation, PR, mixed-member systems to balance constituency and party representation. Reforming election management bodies, EMBS. An effective and independent EMB is vital to credible elections. A. Key reform areas. Full financial and operational autonomy, transparent appointment and removal processes, nonpartisan staffing and decision-making, clear code of conduct and legal protections, training, capacity building, and audit culture. B. Examples. INEC, Nigeria, reforms to adopt BVAS and electronic transmission. IEC, South Africa, maintains public trust through regular audits. Election Canada emphasizes voter services and neutrality. Strengthening political party systems. A weak party system undermines democratic consolidation. Strengthening parties involves promoting internal democracy and transparent leadership processes, enhancing policy ideation and ideological clarity, enforcing membership accountability, funding reform and anti-corruption systems, improving women and youth participation, enabling multi-party collaboration. A. Signs of a weak party system. Personality cults over ideology, frequent defections and party-hopping, ethno-religious factionalism, electoral violence and vote-buying, lack of internal elections or congresses. Electoral justice and dispute resolution reforms. Electoral reforms must strengthen the legal and judicial mechanisms for resolving election-related disputes. A. Reform components. Election tribunals with strict timelines. Specialized electoral courts. Clear burden of proof rules. Accessible grievance platforms, online and offline. Sanctions for judicial corruption. Beyond laws, electoral reform should address deep structural bottlenecks that weaken trust and inclusion. Area key reform. Ideas 1. Political education, nationwide civic awareness campaigns. 2. Political violence, electoral peace accords, and security reforms. 3. Election scheduling, fixed election calendars. 4. Diaspora voting legalization and secure electronic participation. 5. Gender quotas, minimum 30% female representation mandates. Comparative models of electoral reform. Country, reform example and impact will be used in a table. 1. Ghana transparent vote collation and peace messaging. High trust in electoral body. 2. Germany, mixed member proportional representation. Stable coalition governments. 3. India electronic voting machines, EVMs. Reduction in rigging. 4. Rwanda 61% female parliament via gender quotas, record-setting gender inclusion. 5. Chile public referendum to rewrite constitution, citizen-driven democracy. Barriers to electoral reform. Reform is often resisted by the very actors who benefit from the status quo. Barrier and explanation in a table. 1. Elite resistance. Politicians block reforms to retain power. 2. Corruption. Moneyed interests distort reform agendas. 3. Ethnic clientelism. Politics is tied to tribal loyalties. 4. Weak judiciary cannot enforce new reforms. 5. Voter apathy. Citizens disengaged or disillusioned. Civil society and international support. Civil society and global partners play key roles in advancing electoral and party reforms through policy advocacy and public pressure, monitoring and evaluation of elections, training party and electoral officers, legal aid and civic education funding reform programs and technologies. Conclusion: building inclusive, transparent, and democratic institutions. Electoral and political party reforms are essential to ensuring that democracy is not only procedural, but truly participatory and developmental. Without reform, elections risk becoming mere rituals that legitimize elite rule and systemic failure. A reformed electoral process must guarantee fair participation, reflect the voice of every voter, empower accountable and ideological parties, build trust between the electorate and the state. Democracy flourishes not merely when people vote, but when their votes count and their voices shape power.